The signs that your husband is cheating on you. Have you noticed that all of a sudden, your husband works too much and is turning into a workaholic? He used to come home at 6 p.m., and now he is often working late, having more meetings, or working on more projects. These might be the signs he's cheating at work. Affairs at work are common and happen more often than you think. Ask yourself, has he suddenly started to talk a lot about a coworker, partnering up on projects, going to lunch meetings, or having to travel more? Has your husband taken a huge interest in a female coworker and overshares details about her and her life? If you answered yes to any of these, that is a huge red flag. If you see drastic changes in his work schedule or who he is interacting with, he may be cheating with a coworker. So, you are doing the bills and notice that there are some new expenses, charges, or money withdrawals. You don't remember booking that hotel, renting that car, or going to that restaurant. Asking what these expenses only leads to your spouse lying about money, avoiding the question, or saying that he doesn't know where the charges came from. That is a huge red flag that he is cheating. When a husband spends too much money on events, places, and expenses that are not benefiting the marriage, he is cheating on you not only physically but also financially. Hiding spending of marital money and lying about it is a sign of financial infidelity and should not be taken lightly. Sexual intimacy is very important in a marriage. It fosters partnership, relieves stress, encourages vulnerability, and strengthens the relationship. Lack of sex in a relationship, without medical reasons, is a red flag. Men on average have a high libido and sex drive, so be on the lookout if, all of a sudden, your husband has no sex drive. Loss of libido in men usually signals either a medical issue or infidelity. If you find yourself initiating, putting on that lingerie, and engaging in foreplay, and he is still not interested, that might be a sign your husband is having an affair. Electronics have created a world where it is easier than ever to cheat. Married couples should have 100% transparency to foster trust and intimacy. There should be no secrets, no hidden social media accounts, and no unknown passwords on the devices. So, if all of a sudden, husband is secretive with his phone, locks his phone when you enter the room, gets calls from unknown numbers, takes his phone to the bathroom, beware. If your husband is always on his phone due to work, he can, for sure, explain it to you. Men that don't cheat or have anything to hide don't care if you use their phone, especially if that is something you were both comfortable doing before. So, a husband that is hiding his passwords from a spouse or changing them all the time may be cheating. If there was nothing for him to hide, then he wouldn't have to be so protective of his privacy or his devices. Who doesn't love gifts, especially from their spouse? We all love the surprise from our significant other. Gift giving is even one of the 5 love languages. So, getting flowers, chocolates, and other wonderful gifts is healthy in a loving marriage. But if the husband is being too nice, is he cheating? One sign that a man is cheating is receiving presents more often than previously in the relationship or buying a gift for no reason when it was never a thing in your relationship. Gifts and trips that are over the top and extraordinary are even more suspicious. Presents aren't necessarily a sign of his love and devotion. Keep in mind that buying gifts after cheating is a common thing husbands do because of their guilty conscience. He is likely overcompensating to absolve himself of his guilt. This one might be an obvious one to some, but not to others. If you find that your very predictable and often reachable husband stays out late without calling, that is a red flag. As is not answering his phone for long periods when you call to check in, or if the new norm is having a spouse who goes out all the time without taking you or telling you where he is going. Communication and accountability are important factors in a healthy marriage. They foster honesty, intimacy, deeper connection, and trust. If a man stays out all night, isn't reachable, and gets angry or defensive when you address this, this is a sign of infidelity in a husband. A husband that has nothing to hide would not only answer the phone but reassure his wife that all is well, tell her why he is running late and that he is on his way home. New gym membership, new look, new haircut? Wow, of course. It is nice to see that your spouse is taking care of himself. But a sudden change in appearance, especially a drastic one, can indicate that he is trying to impress someone. Obviously, if your husband started working out, he might do it to feel better about himself and get healthier. Also, he might have taken someone's comment about his appearance to heart and decided to make a few changes. It's not uncommon, but he won't have a problem telling you about it if you ask. However, if you see abrupt and drastic changes in style and appearance, be on the lookout, as this could be a sign of infidelity. Social media is a fun way to stay in touch with people, get information, and share your stories. However, it is also a great way to start or maintain an affair. What starts as a simple like or a quick hello on a messenger can turn into a man getting the validation and attention he wants but won't ask his wife for. Beware and check to see if your partner has secret social media accounts. Online affairs are often perceived as more innocent by spouses, and thus, are easier to engage in. If your husband has a secret Facebook account or a secret Instagram account, it's not likely that he's proud of what he does there. What are some other signs that a husband is cheating online? For one, a husband is always on social media, almost as if he has an addiction. You also notice that your husband looks at other females on Instagram and seems to like all their posts. But even more apparent is the husband that likes every post from one particular woman.